guys, today I am going to go over what is in my postpartum bag. Obviously this is another video added to my pregnancy journey. Your girl just had a baby. My little girl, she's swinging right now. She's calm, she's awake, she's up, but like she's like in and out, so I hope she kind of like stays good for the entire video. She is about 5 weeks old, so yes, I am 5 weeks postpartum, and I just want to share, you know, my last bit of experience. I still want to hold on to it, you know what I'm saying? Like, my baby is growing so fast, and also I just feel like my experience can help other women. You know, like when I was pregnant, I just was constantly all over YouTube, just like looking and trying to figure out, like, you know, like what I can possibly expect, and just hearing a lot of different women's experiences, you know, during pregnancy, after pregnancy, postpartum, all of that good stuff, you know, because then I can kind of get an idea of like when I'm going through whatever it is I'm going through, if I can relate, and like what helped other women, what might help me, what might not help me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just here to share my experience with you guys. Oh yeah, let me show you guys my postpartum body, which I am very proud of, clearly. Okay, this is me. Ew. Let me show you a better look. Okay guys, so this is my postpartum body. So this is like 5 weeks in, and I'm holding my stomach in right now. Okay, and if I let it out, like I'm pushing it out now, but if I hold it in, so I'm actually really happy with like my results, because I can still slay if I want to. People be going out like this all the time. You know, I wouldn't, because like I'm just used to being like, so I gotta get there first. But yeah, and if you want to see my stretch marks, yeah, Lord. I'm just going to go in my bag right here. This actually was my toiletry bag for the hospital, and I did have some postpartum stuff in there as well, and I left with some stuff from the hospital. So let's just go over that right now. Let's get to it. I almost forgot, y'all. Almost forgot. Woo, I'm hot. I was moving fast. I had to like hurry up and do my makeup while she was in the swing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to go over is this Palmer's cocoa butter formula. As you can see, it is, there you go, as you can see, it is pretty much like almost empty. This is for my stretch marks that I obviously got. Okay, like I don't know if you guys watched my pregnancy videos, like my pregnancy journey, first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, but I was kind of like bragging, like I was like, yes, your girl don't got no stretch marks, like hopefully I'm not gonna get no stretch marks. I didn't have stretch marks, guys, up until I gave birth. Like actually even then I still didn't get stretch marks. I got stretch marks after I gave birth. So while I was in the hospital recovering those 2 days, I started noticing that I was having little stretch marks here and there, and now I have a lot, as you can see. It sucks. I don't know if it's because like I stopped drinking as much water as I should, and I'm breastfeeding, so like I'm honestly always dehydrated. Like I can't even front, I'm always thirsty. But it's really hard, you know, when you're a mother, it's really hard to eat, to brush your teeth, to take a shower, to drink water, to like do stuff for you, you know. And when you do have time to do stuff for you, you have to pick and choose what you want to do. And water is always like not on my priority list, which it needs to be. But I mean, I try, but like whatever. So anyway, I think that's why I got stretch marks. I still use this though, because you know, I just feel like if anything is going to make my stretch marks like not as prevalent, is that the word, the correct term that I want to use? It's just gonna make it not as noticeable, hopefully it like diminishes it, makes it go down. Like I don't know what I expect, but I'm still using it. I paid a good amount of money for this, so I'm going to use every drop of it. Okay, so that's number one. The next thing in my postpartum bag, okay y'all, I'm gonna get real with you. I'm always real with y'all, so this is like nothing different. Okay, and just for y'all who wondering, today I decided to do my makeup instead of showering, and I decided to brush my teeth instead of eating. So I didn't shower, but my makeup is done. I showered last night though, so I'm not really dirty, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't really eat anything, but my teeth is clean, so it's okay. And my baby girl's chilling. So I'm gonna get real with y'all. These things right here, okay, these are pads. Oh wait, I have one more in here, I think. Yes, so I have 4 pads right here. Okay, now it's 3 different types of pads. Now after you guys give birth, okay y'all, like postpartum is like, you know, when I was looking at other women's experiences, they were saying that postpartum is actually harder than birth. Okay, I don't know where they got that from, because like my labor, my contractions, my pushing, that pain was like the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. So for me, postpartum was like, please, it's a breeze. And on top of it, like the hospital, they give you medicine. So I don't know, like I guess the woman who went natural, but I would assume they would still give you like painkillers. But anyway, like after you give birth, I actually wound up having 2nd-degree tears. So I had to get stitches. I don't know how many stitches, they didn't tell me. She just was like, you know, it wasn't that bad, but it did tear into the muscle. All right, so my perineal, which is that little area between your vajayjay and your booty hole, that little area, my baby, her head like ripped right through it. And it wasn't her fault, it was just because I wasn't slowing down. I just wanted my baby here, and I was tired of the pain and tired of all of that. So I was like, whoo, let's do this. And I did it, and I ripped myself, which is fine, whatever, because I am 5 weeks in and I think I'm pretty much healed, which is another reason why I want to share everything that I use in postpartum. Because I teared, because when you're pregnant you have a lot of blood in your body, you have to get rid of it. Okay, like all that amniotic fluid, all of that stuff that was there protecting the baby and helping your baby grow and flourish and nourish in your belly, like honestly, that all of it has to come out at some point. Did you think it was just gonna stay there? Honestly, I did. I didn't know that you bleed so much after. So like the first few days, it's like a heavy period, like real heavy period. Like it's like you stand up and it's like whoosh, it's like a gush of blood. And then, you know, every day after it gets lighter and lighter. So right now I am on week 5 being postpartum, and I'm not bleeding like that anymore, like hardly at all. Like I probably only need to wear panty liners at this point, and it's not really blood, honestly. It's like more, I guess, like that fluid, like it's more it's more like my amniotic fluid or whatever, discharge, all of that stuff, like it's still coming out slowly. But I only need to wear panty liners at this point. I don't need to wear these pads, but I'm gonna go over the pads with you. So this pad is the ones that they give you in the hospital, my hospital at least. These are super thick pads, and they gave me so many. Like my stepmom was a midwife, and she used to work at that hospital, so like everybody knows her. And they I swear they gave me probably like 5 packs of these. So it was wonderful, like great. What, I like the thick pads, you know. I remember my stepmom actually told me she got me these because she didn't like the thick pads. These are just always pads, like the thin super long ones. It says up to 9 hours leakage protection, but I have like mixed feelings about these when I'm bleeding heavy. You know, like when I did have my period and I would have heavy periods, I wouldn't never use these anyway for the heavy portion of my period, because you know they're so thin, and like yeah, they can hold, but it's just like that wet feeling, like I just can't take it. And these absorb really good. So if you go to the hospital and they have these type of pads, you know, just always ask for extra and like try to bag them and like keep them and take with you home. All right, now this right here is amazing times 1,000 times 1,000,000,000 times 100. Okay, my best friend, one of my bridesmaids, I always say one of my bridesmaids so y'all can understand the level of best friend that my friend is, you know what I'm saying. So my good friend Tashana, which I've known since I was 14 years old, my homegirl, she was like, oh, you know, you just had the baby, I'm gonna send you some stuff. And she's actually a nurse, and she's bomb. Like I thought she got this stuff from her hospital. She ordered this stuff for me. Like she just knew what I needed and ordered a bunch of things for me. This was one of them. So what this is a pad. It's super long. It's super like thick as well. It has like this cold feature in it. So what happens is you pop it, okay, it makes it like a pop sound, and it has like these little, sounds like water in it, and it sounds like it has like beads in it, I guess. I never opened it, but it gets cold, which is great, because when you have stitches, when not even stitches, like you don't even, trust me, like I'm pretty sure your vajayjay hurts whether you got stitches or not. Okay, so Yeah, this right here is bomb. It's cold. It stays cold, I want to say only like 30 minutes tops, but it's amazing. It's amazing, and it really helps, especially like if you first wake up and you're in pain and you didn't pop those painkillers yet. Like, it really helps you. Okay, and it has like this little line right here so it can stick to your underwear. It's just called Perennial Cold Pack. It is from Medline. So I don't know, I wonder if she got it off of Amazon, I'm not sure, but she gave me a big box of these, like a big box. I almost didn't even use them all. I gave them to one of my other friends who is going to give birth later on this year. And because I didn't know that my homegirl was gonna love me like that, I had ordered my own. I did a lot of research. Like I said, I listened to a lot of women's stories, and I did so much like searching on Google on like what I can expect, because I was so terrified of this process. So I wound up getting my own, and I don't know, Medline, that must have been a little bit cheaper, or my friend has just got it like that, because these was expensive. All right, these are from Frida Mom, and I ordered them from Frida because they have a lot of like baby stuff, like the nail clippers, the nasal congestion thing to take out their boogers or whatever. So I just assumed like this would be good, which it is good, but it's literally the same exact thing. It's literally the same thing, and these were hella expensive. So if I was you, I would try to get Medline, because like I got a huge box, and I know, I mean, I don't know, but I don't think it would be as expensive as these. These was like $50 for like 8 or some nonsense, something, or 12, something dumb like that. So next in my postpartum bag, okay, these, woo, I stole these from the hospital. I took a few from the hospital. These are basically like shorts. Okay, they're like panty shorts, and when you're in the hospital, you're in a robe, and that's it. And then you're in these, and they also have, I wish I had it, I took one, but I think I threw it out by mistake. I'm not sure what I did with it, but it's like that, the blue things. I'm gonna have a picture for you so you can see what I'm talking about. But it's some blue things that has like a pad in it, and what they do, they kind of like fold it up to make it a super long pad. They put it in here, and then what you do is you put this on top of it, so you absorb as much as you can on here, and then if you leak out in the front of the bag, you have that blue area to cover it, and then these kind of just like hold everything up. Guys, I love these. I live for these. All right, like my second day, I still was wearing these. I took some from the hospital to wear like the entire week, because I don't know why I like these so much, but I was like, I don't want to mess up my panties, because I was bleeding like pretty good for like a whole week, you know, and you leave the hospital after 2 days. So I was like, I need to take some of these home. Okay, so the next thing in my postpartum bag is this right here. This is also from Medline. So I actually got this from the hospital, so I guess, you know, my homegirl just knew to order from Medline. But this is like, it's called a cleansing bottle. It's a squeegee thing or whatever, and you know, you put water in here, you put warm water in here. They have these at the hospital for you. As soon as like you give birth, they bring this to you and they tell you, listen, if you have to use the bathroom, you are not supposed to wipe. Okay, you should not wipe. You know, you have to heal, and you don't want to move anything all over and stuff like that. So you put some nice warm water in here, like I want to say not too hot, like lukewarm water was really good for me. And you put it in here, you know, you go to the bathroom, and then you squeeze it. So you don't wipe, you squeeze the water and like flush out, you know, I guess, you know, like your pee and like your blood and all of that stuff. And it's a lot of blood, so you want to fill the whole bottle up, okay? And then you're supposed to pat dry. So this was amazing. Amazing. And another thing, so I took like 2 of these from the hospital home with me. They give you one, but I had stole one already, so then they gave me another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, like, I always gotta prepare. Like, don't even play with me. So this is my other thing, and I still have some in here. This is amazing. Okay, this is from Earth Mama. Okay, they have like great products. I love them. It is called Herbal Perennial Spray. Okay, it says take care down there, that's their slogan, I guess. No parabens, artificial fragrance, nothing. It has like essential oils in it or whatever, and what you do basically, it's the same thing. Like after you use the bathroom, I would squeegee, you know, like flush out the blood, like the pee, like whatever it is. I would pat, and then I would spray this. Okay, this has like, it doesn't have a fragrance, but it's like from essential oil, so it's naturally like freshening and smelling good. And it is amazing because it feels good, because it's like a little bit cold, so it feels good. I feel like it has like a slight menthol-ish, so like it has an extra like cooling on it. I think I feel like it does. I felt it, and on top of it, it smells good, because the first day you're not gonna shower. I mean, you could, but I didn't, and I don't think most women would, because like you're kind of scared. Like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should get soap down there, because like, you know, the soap slides down when you shower. I'm sorry, I talk so fast, and I'm just like so excited to like go over my postpartum stuff, because it's giving me memories of when my baby was a baby, and now she's like a 1 month, well, a 5-week-old baby, and like she's much bigger. So I just remember being in the hospital and like dealing with all of this stuff, and like it was a lot dealing with like this postpartum stuff, but like having the baby there was so worth it. So anyway, this Herbal Perennial spray is amazing. It keeps you a little bit fresh, and you know, even when you do shower, I didn't really shower every day. I was squeegeeing a lot, you know, I was making sure I was fresh down there constantly. However, you know, this actually made me even fresher, and it was bomb. Motherfreaking.com. The next thing in my bag is Tucks. Okay, so Tucks, this is medicated cooling pads. These are hemorrhoidal pads with witch hazel. Now, the hospital gave me some when I was there. I used them all up in those 2 days. Every single time I used the bathroom, and I would switch out my pad, I would squeegee, I would use my Herbal Mama Perennial spray. By the way, guys, none of this shit is sponsored, okay? But y'all should sponsor me, so if you buy from them, tell them Lisa Unique sent you. But anyway, none of this is sponsored. And then they also had these witch hazel pads. They're round little pads. Ooh, my wrist hurts. They're round little pads like this, okay? And what you do is you put it on the pad, like right where your perineal is. You can put it in your booty hole, you can put it on your vagina. It's witch hazel, so it's not gonna hurt you. It's just going to help you, help cleanse it, help give you like a nice cooling, you know, effect as well, because they didn't have these pads in the hospital, the cooling pads, so I think this was their way of like helping you. You can also make cooling pads yourself, like, you know, make pads and like put witch hazel and like freeze them. If you want me to do a video on that, I will. I didn't do that, but I have all the ingredients and recipes and how to do it, because my cousin sent that to me, so thank you, girl. But I didn't do that because I bought these and I spent good money, so I was like, I'm not about to make that, you know what I mean? So anyway, these are really for like hemorrhoids technically, like you can buy them over the counter or whatever. These, my homegirl sent these to me too, thank you Tajana, which I still have. And guys, I'm gonna be real with you, hemorrhoids is a real thing, because when you are pushing your baby, you're supposed to push like you are taking the biggest doo-doo of your life, okay? You're supposed to push like you're pushing a human out your booty hole, not your vagina. That's how you're supposed to push. Like, you're supposed to like just let it all free. And more times than not, if you don't have hemorrhoids before you give birth, you usually get it after. And I did get it after. I think I got it slightly right, like towards the tail end. Like, I want to say like the week that I was due, I felt like I had like a slight hemorrhoid. It wasn't hurting. I was guys, when I say that was another thing that I was terrified. I was like, I don't want to get hemorrhoids, I'm so scared, I don't want it. I heard it hurts, I heard it's like scary. Guys, it's not scary at all. It's nothing crazy, and it doesn't hurt. It's like it's like barely even uncomfortable. Like, I just felt it in the shower when I was cleaning myself. And that was right before I gave birth, and then it went away a couple days, and then when I gave birth, obviously it came back because I pushed like Superwoman and I pushed the whole human, and you are supposed to use those muscles, so obviously, you know, things pop out and you're straining, and you know what I'm saying, you know where I'm getting at. So these work wonders. These are magic. They are amazing. And obviously, if you have hemorrhoids or have ever had hemorrhoids, you probably know about these already. So make sure you have them, because when you give birth, especially natural, most likely you're gonna get them. Now, my next thing I'm going to go over, let's do this. This is another Earth Mama product. I guess they're organic. Yeah, everything there is organic. It is Perennial Balm, and and this is another balm. This is like for basically your down there area. Okay, it comes in a little jar, and it smells like menthol or whatever. So I don't know if you can see in here, but I only used this one time, literally one time. This was I think this was like $30. It was expensive. Now I want to say this was great, but I only used it one time, and it did give me such a cooling effect. It was kind of cool, but it was kind of uncomfortable because the cooling effect lasted a lot longer than like it's a different type of cooling effect. It's like a menthol cooling effect, you know. And a reason why I didn't use this, and I knew it when I bought it, but I was just like, oh, I saw great reviews on it, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. But when I bought it, I know it's a balm, so I was like, I'm gonna be scared to like touch down there, because if I do have to get stitches, you know, I don't know what's gonna go on. I don't know if I want to touch down there. So I was really terrified to use this. I used it one time basically when I was like almost healed from my stitches, and I want to say I was healed in about 3.5 weeks from my stitches probably, but I still kind of had like pain here and there. So that's when I used this, and it's cool. Would I like recommend it? Honestly, no. I don't really, you know, I don't think you need this. I feel like the spray was everything. So I would recommend the spray. I don't really recommend this at all. Nah, not at all, honestly. The other thing I got, Dermplast. So my homegirl Tashana, she sent this to me also as well. It says hospital trusted. This is a pain and itch spray, and I have like half a bottle left. I was using this. I didn't think that I would need it, okay? And the reason why is it says it's a pain and itch spray. I was scared to like spray anything down there. On top of it, like I wasn't in pain. You know, they give you painkillers, so I wasn't in much pain at all until the painkillers wore off, or until like I finished them. So when it would wear off, then I would use the spray, or you know, once I finished them, I would use the spray a little bit, but by that time I was more healed than anything, so I kind of fought through the pain, you know what I'm saying? So do I recommend this? You can do it or not. If you're really worried, if you have like a huge tear or like really bad pain, I would recommend it. It says fast relief, cool and comforts, contains aloe and lanolin. What this did for me at first, when I first sprayed it, was kind of uncomfortable, so I didn't really like to do it. But then after a couple minutes, it seemed like it did its job. I kind of used it also when I was like itching. It was weird because I felt the stitches like poke me. If that maybe it wasn't the stitches, I don't know, but it was weird. And that's when I would use this. It would take like, I guess like a good minute before I felt like it kind of did its job, and then it wore off. So I don't really know if this is something that I would care to use again, but I have it, so hey. And some of this stuff I wanted to give. I would have given all of this to my homegirl, but I don't know how people are with using stuff that people use, so I don't know. I didn't. And then my last things right here is called Lanisol and HPA Lanolin and Earth Mama Organic Nipple Butter. These are both things that you put on your nipple, okay? And this is from like when you're breastfeeding, and this was amazing. I used a lot of the Earth Mama one. You can't even tell. It's like, so, this is crazy. This is gonna last me like forever. I can probably use it for other stuff. It's completely organic, and basically all it is just like oil, so you can put it on your skin, you can put it on your elbows, you can use it for anything else. I was using it as lip balm as well because I couldn't always find my lip balm, especially when I was breastfeeding. But your nipples, if you plan on breastfeeding, most likely, unless you did it before, the first time you do it is really difficult. I had a really hard time trying to breastfeed in the hospital, like the first, I want to say, day, and then like that night I was like getting the hang of it, but I was still sore, and like it was like cracked, and it looked like it was about to start bleeding. It didn't, but it looked like it was, and I was asking for anything. Like I had this already, my Earth Mama, but I was like, it's, you know, it wasn't healing enough, like, because I had to keep feeding. When you have a newborn, they constantly want to eat. They have little stomachs, and they get full really fast, but they digest it really fast, so they're constantly trying to eat. And the thing is, they don't open their mouth wide enough, and you don't even know that you're supposed to put your entire areola and nipple in their mouth. You have to kind of like shove it in, which is like, it is a hard process, guys. It's a hard process. So make sure you guys get a lactation consultant, and always ask for help when you're in the hospital, and ask for this is the lanolin. They have them in the hospital. They gave me 2 tubes in the hospital. My homegirl sent me another tube, and I had the nipple butter. So guys, and I still use it. I have a tube in my diaper bag. I have a tube right where my lotion is when I get out the shower. I have this tube that is still in this bag here with all the other stuff that I was waiting to do this video with, and I also have this. And every time I get out the shower, I put it on just because I don't want my nipples to crack. I'm still constantly feeding. Your baby is gonna go through growth spurts, and they're gonna want to feed a lot. And if you take a shower and you happen to let soap get on there, apparently it dries your nipples out. So you always want to make sure that they are well lubricated and good to go. So these were great. They worked wonders. Another thing that I used that couldn't fit in the bag, and I also left it back in New York for my homegirl that is pregnant. You okay, baby girl? Is a sitz bath. So I wound up purchasing a sitz bath, and I wound up purchasing this other product. I'm gonna look for it on Amazon, and I'll show you right here. And what it is, it's like salt. It's like a bath salt for your sitz bath. So it's supposed to help you. Everything in it is supposed to be organic. And what you do with the sitz bath, you put it on top of the toilet. You put nice warm water, like really warm, not hot. Nothing to burn you down there, but nice warm water. Put it on top of your toilet, and you sit in it for about, I think they want to say like 15 minutes or whatever. And you know, you usually can just put witch hazel, but I saw this thing online, and it was like everybody was giving such good reviews. They said it smells good. It says it healed them. Y'all, let me be real with you, that did not work for me. Okay, first of all, the sitz bath alone was like very difficult for me to do. It was very uncomfortable. I don't know why, but putting that pressure, like just sitting on the toilet and putting pressure, it was hurting. So I would kind of like lean to one side, then it would hurt. I would lean to the other side. It wasn't working for me. I hated it. I would do it probably about 5 minutes, and I probably did it only like once or twice. And I think I did it 2 times because I was like, okay, I purchased this, I'm gonna try to do it, and I heard such good things about it. My midwife told me to do it. I saw so many reviews, but it was not for me. The second time I did it for 5 minutes, again, I was like, hell no, like it hurts me. For whatever reason, I just can't do it. So I didn't really use it. On top of it, the salt that I purchased to put in the sitz bath, it gave me an infection. So I don't recommend it. I recommend, if you are going to use a sitz bath, to put witch hazel. If you have tears or stitches like me, I don't think a sitz bath is going to work for you either, because that pressure, it was just painful for me. But that's something that you can try on your own and decide on your own. That was just my experience. But yeah, it gave me an infection. I had to get on antibiotics, so I don't recommend putting anything other than witch hazel once again. But other people it worked for, so maybe you want to try it, maybe not. I'm prone to infections. Like, I don't know what the hell my body's problem is, but I get them like that. So I kind of already knew that that was gonna happen, but I just thought maybe it won't. Like, other women have success with this, so maybe I can get healed quicker. And it didn't work, so I don't recommend that. Good luck, ladies. I hope all my information helped you guys out for your postpartum. You know, these are just things to consider. You can get any name brand. This is not a sponsored video. Even if it was sponsored, I would still say get whatever brand you want. This is just what worked for me, you know what I'm saying? And I wish you the most healthiest, most quickest, fastest, hopefully as pain-free as possible delivery that you can have. I wish you guys all the blessings. I wish any moms out here, any soon-to-be moms, I hope my video helped you out. If not, maybe it's just good to, like, you know, refresh your memory or whatever it is that you came to watch the video for. I appreciate you. Thanks for supporting me. And oh, no, my little girl's sleeping. I was gonna show you my little girl, but she is knocked out, so I'm going to go because I think it's actually time for me to feed her anyway. Change her diaper. tea and have my like little mommyhood. I'm gonna take some pictures because I look cute. Alright. And if you do want to see my little girl, since I didn't get to show her here, I actually thought I was going to because I thought she was gonna wake up because she do not be liking the slang. Check out my family channel, The Saints. Everything is in the description box below. So it's me, my husband, and my little girl. We are vlogging, and you can get a look into my life, my mommyhood life, because it's, you know, like a millennial motherhood. I think I'm doing things a little bit different than, you know, my moms and that generation did, and you know, we're just a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep it geek, freak, chic, and sleek, but most importantly, keep it unique. Bye, love.